self-defense is a defense used when an accused person kills mistakenly or accidentally while trying to defend himself from an unprovoked attack. And we also said that for the accused to be protected by this defense, there are five factors that must show, which is one, that the force he used to resist the attack is equal or commensurate with the force the attacker came with, that the attacker came with, and that the defense is it happened at the same time as the attack took place, that he was not the one who provoked the attack in the first place, and that it was a fight. It was not a fight, but a defense, and of course that the victim must have intended to inflict serious bodily harm or death. And of course, we also stated that the defense would apply where the accused helps another person to defend himself against an attack, and also where the accused kills another person other than the attacker by mistake. Finally, on self defense, we said that when the accused successfully invokes it, he will be set free. All right. And under the defense of immature age, we said that immaturity, under the defense of immaturity, I beg your pardon, we said that an accused person who is of some certain age is not guilty of an offense he committed because, due to his tender age, he's assumed to not have the capacity to form a guilty mind. And of course, we mentioned that the defense covers persons between the ages of 7 and 12 years. All right. So this week we're concluding on criminal defenses. Yes, the series on criminal defenses. Right. But what exactly are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about the defense of extraordinary emergencies, the defense that accrue to law officers, law enforcers, and then we are going to end with defense of husband and wife. Husband and wife defenses.
Okay, interesting. Yes. I can't wait to get right into it. So we're going to start with the defense of extraordinary emergencies. Yes. What is the defense of extraordinary emergencies?
Okay, for us to understand the defense of extraordinary emergencies, we need to break down the terms.
Okay.
Now, extraordinary means something that is unusual. Then emergency is a situation that requires quick action. Now, if you put these two terms together, it means that extraordinary emergency is a situation, an unusual situation that requires quick action. Now, the defense of extraordinary emergency is saying that the accused will not be guilty of an offense he commits while he finds himself in an unusual situation that requires quick action. Let me drive home this point.
Okay.
Imagine JJ is driving on the street, normal speed, and all of a sudden, a little boy runs into the road, pursuing his football. And to avoid hitting the little boy, JJ swerves to his left and hits a pedestrian.
Okay.
And maybe something happens to the pedestrian. What the defense of extraordinary emergency is saying that JJ will not be guilty of causing injury to the pedestrian because he found himself in an unusual situation where he requires quick action to avoid doing something. Yes.
Right.
So that's what he's saying.
That's very interesting.
Very interesting.
So he will not be held responsible.
Yes, he will not be guilty.
Okay. And for what you have just explained, it seemed like there is some similarity between that and that of provocation and maybe self-defense. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there's a similarity between this defense and that of provocation and self-defense. And the similarity lies in the action, the time, the quickness of action.
Okay.
Because, in provocation, we said that the person was so provoked that there is no time for his temper to cool.
Yeah.
So he reacted out of that provocation
yes.
and commits a crime. Now we said that in that one, it reduces whatever punishment is entitled to something less. Then under self-defense, we also said that when someone is trying to defend himself from an unprovoked attack, there won't be time for him to wait. Because if he waits, it becomes revenge.
Yeah.
Or if he waits, the person might even kill him. So if he reacts with that, then it will not be liable for any offense.
Okay.
Also, in this defense of extraordinary emergency, the person does not have time to think, because JJ, while driving, will not have time to think, whether to do this or do that.
Yeah.
So he just have to do what he had to do. So the law is saying that he will not be guilty. So those are the things that those three defenses have a similarity.
Okay. And what does the court consider in this defense?
When an accused person pleads the defense of extraordinary emergency, what the court asks itself is whether an ordinary person who finds himself in the same situation as the accused will do something differently or not. Now, if, for instance, the court finds that somebody, from the instance we gave before, if the court finds that a driver, an ordinary driver that is driving and finds himself in the situation where JJ found himself, would either have applied his brake or would have swerved.
Okay.
If the court finds that an ordinary driver ought to have swerved, then JJ will be innocent because JJ swerved.
Yeah.
But if the court finds that an ordinary driver ought to have applied his brakes, then JJ will be guilty because he ought to have applied his brake instead of swerving. Yeah. So those are the things the court will look at. Now, in a real case, a river fishermen were fishing in a river. So while fishing, their nets got entangled. So one of them, in order to disentangle the nets, when he was trying to disentangle the nets, his boat capsized and he fell into the river. So he swam to the other fisherman's boat and tried to climb into the boat. When he did that, the boat capsized and the other fisherman fell into the river and drowned. Now, when he was charged to court, he pleaded the defense of extraordinary emergency, that he was out of panic that he swam to that boat. But the court disagreed because the court thought that an ordinary fisherman ought to have swum to the shore, right? Or he would have asked the other fisherman to pull him up, knowing that a canoe, a boat does not, it's not stable. You have to be asked to pull up instead of trying to climb it. So on that note, the court held that he is not entitled to the defense of extraordinary emergency. So this is what the court looks at: whether an ordinary man that finds himself in the same position as the accused will do something differently. If yes, then the accused is not guilty. Okay. If no, the accused is guilty.
Okay, so let me paint this picture of, we have environmental, when they say this day is for environmental day and everything. So let's assume a man comes out during that environmental day, probably was on Saturday, and then his wife was in labor, so that was the reason why he came out. With this defense avail him?
Yes, it will avail him because there's no other thing he would have done. There's no, he ought to help his wife
get to the hospital.
So the defense of extraordinary emergency will avail him in that instance.
Okay, but what of this instance? Let's say if the driver had swerved to avoid hitting maybe like a chicken, and then he now hits a pedestrian, would this defense avail him?
No, I don't think the defense will avail him because, like I said, the court will look at the situation to see if an ordinary man would do something differently. An ordinary man that is driving, when he sees a chicken, might not take the life of a chicken over that of a man. And I don't believe any court will do that. So in that situation, the court will have to look at the situation to see that it's unreasonable for an ordinary driver, to avoid hitting a chicken and hit a human being. So the court will, then this it also applies to overspeeding. Okay. When a driver is overspeeding, the defense of extraordinary emergency will not avail him because it's unreasonable for the driver to be speeding, especially on the streets where you're not supposed to be speeding for a particular speed limit. So there's a difference. If you're speeding and you hit someone, if you're overspeeding and you hit someone, then the defense may not avail you because it's unreasonable. Another person ought not to be speeding as you are speeding at the time the offense was committed.
Okay, interesting. And what's the effect of this defense?
If an accused person successfully pleads the defense of extraordinary emergency, the defense will set him free. Will go scot-free. Yes.
All right. Yes. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to put a quick pause on that and take a quick break. And when we come back, the conversation continues. We have two more defenses to look at. Yes, that for law enforcers and that of husband and wife. All right, so don't go anywhere. This is Law FM 103.9, your station for knowledge and entertainment.
This is Law FM 103.9 for knowledge and entertainment.
Sure you get motor, abi na keke, Okada, or your own na Legady's Benz? Sure you go like share your Nigerian road story and sabi some road laws? Then make you join Polo, the master planner, and Waire on top the Kulele program Onimoto every Mondays to Fridays, 4 to 5 p.m. for Law FM 103.9, your station for knowledge and entertainment. Onimoto, Rorasare ho. Wahala for who no get love oh. Shall you dey find place where them go discuss all your heart matters? Where you go fit chook mouth inside the discussion, send love messages to your loved ones, even con sabi how love and the law take align? Then it is legal to love, na the place for you. Join me, Polo, the master planner, and my correct person, Waire, every weekday, 8 to 9 p.m. on top the program. It is legal to love on Law FM 103.9.
You sabi say you go fit dey listen to us now for our website wey be www.lawfmng.com. Sharparly go our website, click on the listen now button, make you dey enjoy us anywhere and anytime. Law FM 103.9, the station for knowledge and entertainment.
On the busy streets, the air delivers the signal of Nigeria's first and only law radio station. The station where you get to hear the law, talk the law, and know your rights like never before. Law FM 103.9 for knowledge and entertainment.
This is Law FM 103.9 for knowledge and entertainment.
All right, you're still tuning in Lockdown to Law FM 103.9, your station for knowledge and entertainment. Yes, it's still a Power Monday right here. And the program is Law 101. And today we're still on criminal defenses. Before we went on the break, we were talking about the defense of extraordinary emergencies. Do you want to do it?
Okay, so it's really the defense is saying that an accused person will not be guilty of the offense he has committed or is being accused of if he actually committed it in a situation that required exceptional quick action. Yeah, and really what the court will consider is if another person, a reasonable man in your position, would they have done what you've done? Yeah, and the effect is that leave him and let him go. You'll go free of charge.
Okay, all right. So moving on to defense for law enforcers. Yes, let's start with this. Who is a law enforcer?
Okay, a law enforcer is an officer that ensures that the law is obeyed. Okay. An example is the police. Yes, that's a law enforcer.
All right.
Ensure that the law is executed, yes.
Okay, and what are the defenses that are available to them?
There are two defenses that are available to law enforcers. Okay. First of all is the defense of superior orders. And secondly, the defense of execution of the law.
Superior order, execution of the law. Okay.
Under the defense of superior orders, in all these armed forces, junior officers must obey the orders of superior officers. Yeah. You understand? That's where they obey the last order. That's saying obey the last order.
Oh, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, so this defense was crafted to protect the junior officers. Okay. You understand? So the defense of superior orders is saying that where an officer of the law takes or commits an offense while trying to obey a lawful order given to him by his superior, he will not be liable of any offense committed in that instance. Okay. Yes, so the law is saying that if an accused person is a law officer or a law enforcer, that he will not be guilty of an offense he's committed while trying to follow an order that was lawfully given to him by a superior officer. Now, there is, in a real case that happened, this defense will not apply if that order that was given to junior officer or the accused person is unlawful. Okay. I will illustrate. in a real case that happened somewhere in Aba, the wife of a police ASP,
Okay.
Assistant Inspector of Police, went to market. Somehow her money was stolen. So I believe she reported to her husband. In the anger, the ASP took his men of the mobile police force, and went to the market. They looted the market and assaulted some market women. So they were arrested, charged to court, and they were found guilty of assault and stealing. So on appeal, the men under him, the junior officers that he took to the market, pleaded the defense of superior orders. That they were obeying orders. They didn't do it on their own accord. Yes, the ASP said go to the market, destroy things, loot and assault people, and they did. So the court said no, that you ought to know as a law enforcer that the order the ASP gave you is unreasonable and illegal. So the defense of superior orders will not avail them because the order itself is illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah, so it only applies if the order you were given is legal and you are trying to carry out the order and it commits an offense in the process.
So, okay, go on.
Yes. So, on the other hand, the defense of execution.
Okay,
of the
before we go
yes.
to execution, I just wanted to ask. So, if the person commits an offense
Yes.
and he pleads this offense of superior order,
Yes.
who and do they charge the person who gave the superior order?
Well, the reason this event comes up is to protect the junior officer.
Oh, okay.
Normally, if the order that was given is lawful, of course they won't charge the person that gave the order because it's lawful.
Okay.
But if it's unlawful, then the person that gave the order will also be charged. Because
okay.
in the case of this police ASP, he was also charged.
Okay.
So because his junior officer, those that he led to the market, now found that this fence could avail them, they now sought to come under the protection of the fence.
Okay.
But the court said that the law, the order itself is unlawful,
It's
so
unlawful,
it can't
so it
protect him.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
All right. Okay. So moving on to the defense of execution of the law.
Yeah, execution of the law is saying that a law enforcer will not be guilty of an offense he commits while he's executing the law. You understand?
Yeah.
You see, he's protected while he's trying to do his duty. The law protects him. He can't be said to have committed an offense in that process. But this does not apply if that law enforcer commits murder. Yes, commits murder or commits or causes another person serious injury. You understand? So those are the exceptions. While you are executing the law, which is your duty, the law protects you. You can't go wrong.
Okay.
However, if you kill or if you intentionally cause another person grievous bodily harm, yes, you won't avail it.
Okay, but what if maybe say the police officer was chasing maybe an armed robber or a criminal or something, and he was trying to get away, and maybe he just shot at his leg to slow him down?
Yes, this defense will avail him.
Will avail him.
Yes,
okay.
Because he's executing the law.
Oh, okay.
He's ensuring that the law is being obeyed.
What if the person
capture,
dies from the gunshot wound? The criminal.
He's still in the procedure of yes. It covers him.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right. And husband and wife defense. What is that defense?
Okay. The defense of husband and wife, as the name implies, is saying that neither the husband nor the wife will be guilty of an offense committed against each other's property. You understand? The defense is saying that a husband cannot accuse the wife of maybe damaging his car. A wife cannot accuse the husband maybe of stealing his jewelry or her jewelry.
Okay.
So this defense, I must emphasize, applies only to properties.
Okay.
So if you go and assault your wife, you are going to be guilty of assault.
Okay.
There are no two ways. If the court finds you guilty, you're going to be guilty. So the defense will not applies only to properties of husband and wife. So he's saying that as far as husband and wife are concerned, the law will they will not be guilty of any act they do against each other properties, each other's property.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, interesting. And are there things that the husband or wife must show to be protected by this defense?
Yes, there are about 4 things the husband and wife must show to come under the protection of this defense. The first one is that they must be husband and wife of a Christian marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yes, under the criminal code, Christian marriage is defined as a voluntary coming together of voluntary marriage of one man and one woman,
Yeah.
to the exclusion of all others.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So once the two of them are married, there will be no second wife, there will be no third wife, there will be no second husband, there will be no third husband. So to the exclusion of all others.
Yeah.
So in other words, if the husband and the wife are married under the Marriage Act, you understand, this defense will avail them. It must be a Christian marriage.
Okay.
Yes. Secondly, the husband and the wife must be living together at the time the offense happened. Living together means that they stay in the same house. It can also mean that the law, in the eyes of the law, they are staying in the same place, but maybe the husband went for a business trip to Abuja or somewhere else. You know, they must be living together as at the time the offense was committed. Then thirdly, the husband, when the offense is committed, one of them will not be in the process of divorce or about to run away from the marriage. Yes. So if, for instance, there is a pending divorce matter in the court, and the wife says, okay, because I'm frustrated, I don't like you anymore, go and damage his car or do something rough, you know, this defense will not avail you.
Okay.
You understand? You must be together, you must be under a Christian marriage, and the marriage must be ongoing, running smoothly.
Yeah.
Then finally, whoever commits the offense, maybe the husband or the wife, must not intend to use it to defraud some other person. You understand?
Yeah.
I will illustrate. If, for instance, maybe the husband goes and steals the wife's car, so that arranges, the wife doesn't know, you understand? Arranges that the car will be stolen, so that the wife will lay claim to the insurance claim on that car. This defense will not avail him because he stole the car to defraud the insurance company. So if the husband and the wife commits an offense with the intention to defraud a third party, the defense will not avail them. So these are the 4 things the husband and wife must show to come under the defense, husband and wife defenses.
All right.
Yes.
So he can't. Are you trying to say that the husband can't defraud his own wife? No, for instance, if he steals his wife's car, like the case that we're looking at in People's
I was
Court,
just about to ask
when
that
he was
question.
exploiting his wife financially. So what if he steals her car and sells it?
Yes.
Or he collects money from the wife with the hope that, okay, you use it to probably finance your business or something, and then rather than using it to finance
He
the business, he uses it for something else. Isn't that obtaining by false pretense? Even though we are married.
Provided it's a property and money is property, as far as you're concerned.
Yeah.
This defense will avail the husband. That's how it's crafted. Yes.
Daniela does not look happy.
Yes, that's what he's saying. That provided it's related to property,
Yeah.
a husband or a wife cannot allege that the other person has maybe committed an offense.
Huh.
Yes.
So are you saying the obtaining by false pretense doesn't come into a marriage because he actually had the intention to defraud the woman?
Yeah.
And he really defrauded the woman. The wife gave him the money with the hope that
She's
he
going
wants to use it
invest
for
in his
something.
business. Yeah.
So
I have 4 questions to ask you.
Okay.
1, are they married?
Yes.
of course, yes, they are married.
Is it a Christian marriage?
Yes.
Yes, a customary marriage.
Is there a pending divorce matter in court?
There was no
No.
pending divorce matter in court.
Did he do it to defraud a third party?
His wife.
He did it to defraud his wife.
No, third party.
No.
Defense will avail.
The law is very interesting. I have found out.
That's why I feel sorry for persons that say the law is an ass. Because the law is intelligent. It catch up with you one.
Yeah.
Yes. Catch up with you. It's
So
very smart.
you see, this is in 2 ways now. You know, women that actually collect money from their husbands with the aim that want to use to pay your children's school fees, and then they use it for something else. This thing will actually avail them. Isn't that not promoting, like,
Bad behavior.
yes?
Provided these 4 factors exist, 4 elements exist, they can plead it until avail them.
I actually feel it should be amended.
Of course. I believe I also advocate that the criminal code should be amended because a lot of things have become obsolete. A lot of fines they have become too cheap.
All right. Okay, so just before we wrap up the show, what is the effect of this defense?
The effect is that if a husband or a wife successfully pleads the defense, he will set free, goes scot free.
So sad.
These days, like, I'm not happy.
Because one day you're giving these people boldness, like, keep doing this thing.
Well, it gives to both of them. It's not like it's one-sided.
Yeah.
Both of them, yeah.
No.
Pride goes to property, relates to property. Yeah.
Like that woman that carted away with the husband's furniture.
You, or the man, the one who took the wife's money, and you know,
provided these four things
people-
exist.
yeah. Interesting. All right, so but we've come to the end of the show for today. Thank you so much, Peter, for being here. This was such an interesting series. I'm sad that we've come to the end of criminal defenses actually, because I was really enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's been very enlightening. Thank you so much for being on the show today. All right, and you do know that coming up at 2:30 is People's Court right here on Law FM 103.9. All right, so don't touch that dial. Stay right here. Stay with us on your station for knowledge and entertainment.